here are some of the safety features that we've incorporated onto our Workcell.
This is the dual operator start. It uses an anti-tie down to make sure both buttons are pressed within a certain amount of time. This is the reset button. It resets all things within the cell. The red E-stop button will stop the cell in case of an emergency. The MCR brings on all power to the cell. It is a dual direction button. When to the right, it turns on, and to the left, it turns off. The amber light indicates that the MCR is on and power is in the cell. The green light indicates that the robot is in motion, and the red indicates that the cell is halted. The yellow light shows that the chute is empty.
The physical barriers are one of the biggest safety features on our Workcell. They protect people on the outside from things on the inside, such as the table saw and the robot. This is one of the most important safety features we could have implemented on the Workcell.
The caution sign on our Workcell alerts people that the operating area is dangerous and they should be careful.
The light curtains are a safety feature on our Workcell that when something or somebody goes through it, it alerts the PLC to stop the robot and lathe. The lathe has two main safety features. One of them is the E-stop and the other is the door. The E-stop will stop all motion in the lathe and the door protects us from debris.
The chop saw limit switch ensures that the chop saw is up before the robot goes and gets the part. The circuit breaker protects all personnel and equipment on the Workcell by cutting off all power if there is a short.
The pressure gauges make personnel aware of the air pressure on the Workcell.
Now let's take a look at some of the feeders and fixtures on our Workcell. The pallet fixture delivers 4 tops when all the optics inside of it are made.
This is the chop saw station. The staples hold the part inside the fixture. This is the chop saw limit switch. This is a chop saw which is actuated by this cylinder cutting the part inside of the fixture. This is a fixture right here, which has conformance built into it to help center the part automatically. This fixture was fabricated using a 3D printer.
The garbage bin is the part of our Workcell where we throw the cut-off pieces from the top. And the gravity chute is the part of the Workcell where the dowel rod comes to get feeded for the scorebot to pick it up and start the entire process.
This is our pneumatic gripper. It uses a vacuum to pick up parts out of the lathe after the design is done being lathed out. This gripper leaves us full mobility of the wrist and maintains the ability to use the 2-finger gripper already mounted on the robot.
Now here's a look at the wiring of our Workcell.
The optics on our Workcell sense the presence of parts. The 4 main optics sense the presence of finished tops in the pallet. The one optic nobody loves senses the presence of dowel rods in the chute.
This is the scorebot controller. It controls all the inputs and outputs to the scorebot. It also helps in communicating with crosstalk to the PLC. This is our electronics board. It contains our valves, our variac power supply, the chop saw power supply, our PLC, the light curtain, the commons for the PLC, crosstalk relays, the chop saw relay, the scorebot crosstalk relays, and the 2 commons for the scorebot.
Finally, here's a full run of our Workcell.